I have never had such a high level of mixed feelings in my life.
Hey family, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Experience with Queen Eddie, a place for all things experience. Thanks to my returning subscribers and my returning viewers. If you're here for the first time, this is the First Time Mom Show. Real moms with real stories here in the UK. In my previous episode, I shared my story. Today, we're going to be hearing from another mom whose story centers around doing motherhood in the UK without support. Today, I'm joined by Mrs. Tayo, a beautiful lady, very industrious. She's a mom of 3, but yes, she's also a first-time mom in the UK. And she came into the UK with a 5-month-old for her master's and then discovered she was pregnant. Shh, my lips are sealed. Let's hear from her directly. Thanks so much for joining us, Mrs. Tayo. We're going to hear your story in a moment. But before that, I would like to know what inspired you to move to the UK from Nigeria.
We actually wanted greener pastures. We wanted country that will give us more opportunities. So we decided to give it a try, and then we applied for to study masters in the University of Huddersfield, and then I got admission.
And then you got it just like that.
Yeah, I think I got admission at like two or three universities, and then we were like, okay, let's set our foot and let's fly.
So you mentioned that you came in with a 5-month-old. What did that transition feel like? What was it like?
Oh wow, it's it's a really big transition, because I gave birth to my son in Nigeria, and I had my husband support, my auntie, and I had like 3 or 4 support. So at some point, there was just extra person in the house, aside from me and my husband. So the transition I don't even know that word to explain it. It's just so different.
Yeah.
I could imagine it a bit, but feeling it is now different from what you imagine. So it was like my reality, and it was just a whole lot of. It takes a whole lot of strength, takes a whole lot of mental strength, physical strength, and it was just a whole lot. But then, well, we are.
You survived.
You survived.
Raising a 5-month-old in the UK, you mentioned that you came in during winter.
Yes.
Winter is one of the most dreaded weather on this part of the world. And you mentioned that you came while it was snowing.
Yes.
How did you manage with a toddler, with a 5-month-old, and with school? That must have been a whole lot.
It was just a whole lot.
What did a typical day look like for you?
A typical day takes me like waking up, as in sneaking out, because my husband, my toddler, and my baby will be asleep. So sneaking out. I don't want to just wake them up. I have to sneak out to school, because I had to travel to another city, because we couldn't get an accommodation in the same city where my university was. So I had to travel down using the train.
That's basically typical here.
Yes, so I had to travel down. I think like 40 minutes by train or thereabout. So for my classes, and after class, then I have to now come back, and when I'm back, then I face my business again, the kids, the house, my husband, and then
the whole routine just sets you back in motion.
I know, right? And it was in short, while trying to even get used to the system, I missed my train, and I had to wait 2 hours to wait, to wait. And my baby was already wanting milk, and the dad just had to manage, and then they had to sort themselves to go back.
On days like that, it could be very overwhelming.
Oh yes, overwhelming. And for a nursing mother, you know what it means when your milk production is so full. You start getting some headaches, aches, and getting uncomfortable. So I had to deal with that in the cold, wearing my gloves. I could even barely touch my phone to make a call. So it was just
doing motherhood in the UK is actually a very brave move by women who choose that path. A few months or a few years down the line, you found out that you were pregnant again. How did you feel?
Growing up, I wanted 3 kids,
Nice.
but I didn't picture, the transition into another
When you were going
country.
to have them.
Yes. So I was just like, when will I ever be ready for the third? Knowing what I went through for my second. When the 5 months old baby I brought into the country, when he became a toddler, about 2 years plus, I found out I was pregnant. Oh my god. I have never had such a high level of mixed feelings in my life.
Oh, you were
before.
anxious.
I was anxious, I was happy, I was worried, I was
No.
scared, I was knowing my trail of childbirth, and I was like,
Right. So you talked about having a kind of support system back at home in Nigeria. What does that support system look like?
the support system in Nigeria is really awesome because you have lots of family members there, your auntie, you have a paid help,
Yeah.
you have my mother-in-law comes, my mom comes, church members, friends and families around, you just have help, everywhere, you have support everywhere. But here, oh, you're just by yourself.
Okay, let's talk about the difference because honestly, I can relate to what that support system feels like or looks like in reality, and not having that here in the UK or wherever you are away from home is a completely different scenario. Now, here in the UK, where it is difficult to have your parents in or have a relative in, except you are just blessed to have, some family members who have been here before you and
Right.
have the time, because having the time is another thing. Having the people here and then them having the time is a different conversation entirely.
Yeah.
So, how did you navigate doing motherhood alone here in the UK at the time?
It was a whole lot because I have school, I have my kids, my husband, house chores, I have myself. You see, it's even more than my 5 fingers of things I have counted. So, I mean, it's still, I still have to like just put it as scale of preference because I mean, I can't do all at the time, and I've got the same 24 hours every other person has got. So once I sort out the kids and the kids are fine, they've eaten, probably they are playing, they sleep, something, I figure out what I can eat also. I take a rest because if I don't rest, I can't function.
This is really the best part. Looking back at when you started that journey, how do you feel about your life?
I feel so blessed.
I know.
Because I mean, all I had was dreams, all I had was wishes that I wish I had 3 kids, someday I travel to the United Kingdom, someday I get married, and then looking back, I mean I'm counting my blessings. So I'm nothing short but happy, blessed, because I know that where I am is some people's prayer point. So I don't end the day without just saying thank you, Lord, because it's only God that just made it all possible. At some point when you start giving birth, a part of your life is paused. For moms, a part of our life is paused. When it is paused, it doesn't mean that's a full stop. It's only paused. And when I was done, I just pressed the play button and I continued to do all I intend to do as a content creator and other dreams I've been wanting to do. So I'm happy. I'm now, like, as I would say, I'm in my baby girl era now because I have all my kids now.
Flourishing era.
Oh yes. So I'm in my baby girl era now. Sacrificed my life and my time for them. Now I'm back to myself. I want to live my life to the fullest and enjoy them.
I like the part when you said you press the play button because doing these things, becoming a different version of yourself or a newer version of yourself actually opens you up to seeing how strong you are, how resilient you are, how much of an amazing and ambitious person you are. So when you say press the play button, I just
Clock it. Yeah, I know, right? I know, right? Because I mean, A lot of mothers don't remember to press play.
Yeah.
They just guess. Motherhood is beautiful. You can get so drained and soaked in it.
Yeah.
But don't forget yourself, because these kids, they will grow up and then they will advance in life.
Definitely.
Is that where you want to not remember yourself? No. It's hard, but then you have to just wake up and stand up and get going.
So, what would you say to a mom who is moving abroad with a baby?
Oh my god, like, I don't know how to, but then all I'll say is the journey ahead is not easy. You have to brace up. Look at what you're gonna, look at what you're gonna achieve. Let that be your goal. It's just hurdles. There's just gonna be hurdle.
Yeah.
You keep surviving it. Once you survive the first one, you keep surviving it. So that's it. So as a first challenge, just know that you're not giving up. Just keep going. Just keep going. Just keep going. Just brace up. Brace up, because the journey is not gonna be easy, but it's gonna be worth it.
What would you say to mothers or a mother who is doing motherhood in the UK for the first time? I mean, she don't have a baby before, but it had just started a motherhood journey in the UK without any form of support. What sort of encouragement would you give to such a person?
It's not easy, and I will say when I had my first child, it was in Nigeria. I had support. So having your first in here, it's gonna be a whole lot. I mean, but then it's gonna be worth it at the end of the day. As I said, it's gonna really, really be worth it. As much as if you need to speak to anyone, if you need to speak to mothers who already have their kids, just get yourself like a mom circle group. Talk to mom who's had 1, 2, or 3. I mean, a word of encouragement from a mom who's had experience to a mom of 1 or a first-time mom. You can relate with that word of advice, because you'll be like, oh, this person has been there, so I better just hold this advice very fair. And then if you hear something like, don't worry, you'll get through it, you'll be fine.
You'll be fine.
Exactly. Just believe that you will be fine, and that's just it. So in as much as you need to speak to your support system back home, please do. It is very therapeutic. I talk to my mom almost every time, aside from my husband's support here, when I talk to him when he's at work, I talk to my mom. As in, my mom is my support system. I talk to her even as I'm a mom of 3. I still talk to my mom like I'm a mom of 1. Do you understand? I just always need that as support. If it is just don't worry, you'll be fine. That you'll be fine from her, it means a whole lot. So even if you're not seeing your support system, hearing from them is very therapeutic. Find time for yourself. We understand you need to cater for your newborns, but please find time for yourself to rest. Leave some work undone. Appreciate the ones you've done. You can't do everything. No,
you can't.
By the day, just live each day as it comes.
I like that.
That's it.
Wow, it's so pleasant hearing from you, Mrs. Tayo, and thank you for sharing your story. If you're a first-time mom in the UK and you feel that this channel inspires you, it touches you, it gives you a place to connect with real mom stories here in the UK, please feel free to like, to subscribe, drop your thoughts in the comment section, and let us know what stage you are. Newborn stage, first time mom as a newborn stage, that 1 year window, or you're expecting. Let us know what stage you are and what has inspired you the most in this episode. Until our next episode, this is Experience with Queen Eddie, and you're watching the First Time Mom in the UK show. Bye bye.